Hello and welcome to another episode of A Build a Day. Today we are building a sort of semi-Italian inspired buildings technically. I say that semi-Italian inspired because if you look at Italian buildings in like villages and stuff, in like the rural villages, they've got they're either like brick or like cobblestone or something, but they're like this sort of not sandstone necessarily, but like not like the cobblestone texture that we have. There's somewhere in the middle. We don't really have a color that also has that texture, so I just used cobblestone and stone bricks because it does the same job. And yeah, that's the only reason why, really, is it does the same job. You could have kind of done it with the sort of the sandstone, but I feel like that would have more looked maybe like it was from a desert, but I don't know. But I've done it like this. Yeah, I sort of went on Google, looked up some nice looking Italian villages, did some Google Street View, had a nosy at some of the buildings and looked at what was sort of typical, and this is kind of it. I've obviously taken some inspiration from other places. Like I've got the trapdoors as the windows. There's sort of like those like cross thingies that you get between the window panes and stuff, and a lot of buildings over there have like shutters. Actually, the village I looked at didn't have many shutters, but I wanted to add shutters because otherwise the windows would look a bit boring. And then they've got like this, like I've added like this mini roof bit, which they didn't have, but it's a bit of depth that we can get without over detailing stuff, because let's be honest, like normal buildings, while they can look alright, can look a bit flat. They can occasionally look a bit flat, and they tend to sort of fall down in terms of depth when they're rebuilt in Minecraft. So I decided to just sort of take some artistic liberties with that because it's my build, and oh well, they can go deal with it. I'm sure they don't really mind that much because it makes it look better. Yeah, I quite like this build actually. I think it would definitely work if you built obviously a lot more of it, because this is, I think, 3 buildings pretty much. But it works pretty well. It looks a bit boring now, but we're gonna add some texture. Well, actually, I messed up the texture. Then I had to undo it, and then I kept on fat fingering one of the keys, like literally any key around the enter key. Just kept on fat fingering it. Eventually, figured out how keyboards work, and then I added a vine because that building looked lonely. Looked like it needed a friend. But anyway, here we go. We have finished the video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow.